hi everybody, welcome back. Hello, Delta, Bladevap, Kiwi, Flareon, Stumbles, Masamune. I am living La Vida Loca, baby. Thank you for asking. Meowdy Masamune. I also love Mega Delphox Flareon. I was extremely happy that it was my most requested Mega to draw, because I asked on my social media which Mega I should draw next. Sorry for the noise, I'm just taking off my sweater. And I got a bunch of requests for Mega Delphox, so I could not be happier. I have always liked Delphox. I think it has been a victim of having really awkward model posing in game that makes it look, I don't know, just like a weird guy just standing there. But Mega Delphox has fixed a lot of the posing issues, and it looks super dramatic and awesome. And I love it so much, and we're gonna paint it. I didn't see the ask. Should have done Mega Some Guys. It was Mega Some Guys. Mega just some dude. So I started by getting the flames, sort of, the flat colors for the flames blocked out. And I decided this time I did want to do the Mega Evolution symbol right over the head. Because when Delphox Mega evolves, it like spins its wands in like this crazy swirling pattern as the Mega Evolution like animation happens. It looks sick. Oh, Phalanx, yes, Delphox is broom maxing. Hi, Auroran. Is this a dragon? No, it's not. I mean, no, there's really no stretching it to say this is a dragon. It's just completely not a dragon at all. Okay, so I want to do the yellow parts of its fur before I do anything else. It's kind of a dragon if you think hard enough. Right. You can think yourself into anything, I suppose. Okay, so this one's kind of mad dogging the camera, so its snout is pointed downward. I'm going to erase these thick pencil lines on the edges of its cheeks because they will show really harshly through the yellow paint if I don't. And then it has a cool flame-shaped orange marking on the forehead. I know I said in the Discord that I was only going to be streaming until 7:30 tonight, but that is no longer true. I had plans with someone and they canceled, so never mind. I'll be here the normal time to do the normal things. I just, I forget that people generally like to eat dinner during a certain window of time. I'm very flexible about when I eat dinner. I often will eat dinner at 10 o'clock at night. It's fine. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Or I'll eat it at 5. It doesn't matter. But a lot of people do not like to eat dinner late at night, apparently, so... Oops. Okay, only a little bit of yellow on this fellow. Hi, Mecha. Not what that attitude isn't. Curious if there's going to be any change in stream schedule next week due to Thanksgiving week stuff. I will be here on Wednesday night. Thanksgiving falls on the 27th this year, right? Thursday the 27th? Because it might just be a normal streaming week. That would be nice. I don't think I have anything in particular on Friday. I guess the question is just, do I want to take the day after Thanksgiving off? Hadn't really considered it. I will ponder this and get back to you. That is a very good question. Okay, Delphox has extremely long, tall ears. And I'm just gonna actually do its whole face in yellow because I can lay the orange layer over the top of the yellow no problem, since yellow is such a gentle pushover color. And of course, I thought we would listen to music from Legend ZA tonight to get in the Mega Evolution mood, to get in that Delphox grind set mindset. There we go. And there's some very good music in that game. I was very pleasantly surprised. Okay, so the eyes come down like this. And it has a pointy little nose. Delphox has always reminded me of Renamon because of the pointy orange face and kind of the shape of the eyes and stuff. I'm sure I'm not the first person to make that observation, but especially at this stage in the painting, it really looks like Renamon. It's funny. Okay, so it has an orange, I don't know what you'd call it, I guess like a cape? It has like orange shoulder pads, but they're mostly not visible because they're going to be behind the ears here. And they come down to the middle of Delphox's body, and they sort of meet in the chest. So it'll be like that. And believe it or not, that is everything that's going to be yellow on this Pokemon's design. It's kind of crazy, but here we are. And then I'm going to lighten up around the edges. Looking good. Okay, let me catch up on the chat here. How many VAPs does it take to extinguish the sun? Oh, probably a lot. At least 3. 10. Blade is on a 10-stream streak. Yes, really. 21 of them. I don't know how to pronounce. Is it Jacinth or Jacinth? It's a very good theme. Did you see the new Mega? I did. I try to not be too negative on this stream, generally speaking. But boy, that new Mega really did not hit for me. That's all I can say. I was gonna raid you that, but I couldn't make myself stream anymore after 3 hours. That's a really long stream. I completely understand. Whew. How did your stream go today? PLZA has the highest highs and lowest lows of Mega Designs. True. Speaking of Renamon, thoughts on today's DLC trailer? Trailer was cool. I just don't really I don't really know what they were going for with Mega Zeraora, but maybe when I see it in action. It's Jack in the... No, it's not! It's definitely not that. How many VAPs though? I feel like the unused shiny concept art. Where's Fern? You think that's on the stream for a 6-hour period? Oof. That could not be me. Okay, I do actually have Fern right off screen though. I finished it. I just want to show you guys. I think it looks really good. The camera does not want to pick up any of the greens in this, but I swear it has them. You can see his cute little face and all the little details down in the moss. And the mushrooms, and there's little like spores coming out. So Fern technically was on this stream. I can't stop thinking about pronouncing her name Jack in the Jack in the Box. Stream it well. Okay, good. That's incredible. Thank you. I wanted to make a pun, but I shall not. Such restraint. His eyebrow game is on point. It really is. Maybe it's Mouse Baleen. Okay, so I want to do the wood on the sticks next, which is a dark brownish purple color. I'm going to grab some of my Brun Van Dyke brown, which I have gotten very attached to lately. Just a very pleasant shade of brown. I had a weird realization before this stream. So you guys might remember several weeks ago I talked about ordering a new tube of New Gamboge, which is this really nice golden yellow that I like to use. I ordered it because this one's all dried up, even though it looks like there's still paint in there. It's like completely solid. Ordered New Gamboge, same company. I received it and it looked like this. And I thought, well, that's just a difference in label printing. No, the paint itself is completely different. It's like a brown color. It's very hard to see here, but it's like a dark, like a mustard color. So, interesting. I will have to send them an email or something and say, hey, did this change? When did this change? What should I order that's more similar to the old New Gamboge? Not the new Gamboge. The New Gamboge is too new for me. Life's complicated, you know? Alright, so Mega Delphox has these cool staffs that it controls. There's one, and then there's going to be one on this side as well. And they're a little bit kind of playful and crooked in shape. This one's got a little branch sticking off of it. Nice. And the broom that he's standing on will also be the same color. Eyeshadow game is on point. Mega Zeraora has 0 aura. Vapid Unite today. I saw her little gingham dress outfit. Eyebrow? No, tomorrow. I want a Fusion Pokemon Unite now. Put that paint on a cookie. Bring back the original flavor. Thoughts, Vap? Wow. I had not seen this product before. I want to make stuff in here. I want this object. It looks like it's for ice cubes, but maybe Jello also? I would really like that. I'm gonna see if I can find that after the stream. Mega Zeraora is after they let him fuse with his boyfriend. Who's his boyfriend? Lucario? Sonic? Sonic the Hedgehog? I can send the link. Please do. Glaceon would be the icy tray. Yeah, you'd think. The Vaporeon must be the Jello tray. What was I doing? I've completely lost track of my tasks here. I was working on the broom. That's right. Okay. You jackals have distracted me as usual with your incredible comments. It's a hard life. Okay. So I've got the broom here, which has a round tip, which then tapers down. I do like that you can see Delphox's goofy little toes trying to hold on to the stick from certain angles. She's really just balancing on there, I guess. I guess if you have like incredible psychic powers, you could like use them to help you balance on a stick. That must be what's happening. It does look cute though. Okay, and then this part of the broom goes all the way into the fire, like so. And then this end of it is going to be lighter because the light is hitting it. Whoops, 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 there we go. Luca Rio, don't be like me. Do not wake up forcibly at 4:30 a.m. because your time zone is in British time is 10 a.m. But here in EST it's 5 a.m. for a highly anticipated game update. I phrase that awkwardly. 5 a.m. my time, 10 a.m. Universal Time Clock. I don't remember what UTC stands for. What does UTC stand for? It's definitely not what I just said. Someone I know is over the moon about it because he ships Zeraora and Lucario so hard. Oh, that's cute. I'm glad that person's happy. In other words, recommended sleeping. It goes on a 10-watch stream streak. Gotta hit them with that Brando stare for those unawares. Clinic time. Recommended sleeping. It's British time. Hi, Dusky. Sorry for not saying much if you didn't notice me. Hi, Riley. How are you? Getting some important business done right now. Never need to apologize. I completely understand. No one ever needs to feel bad about missing a stream or not being very active in a stream, because at the end of the day, it's just a stream. It's not that important. Okay, I think next I can do the really bright orangish red fur. I'm gonna zoom in a little on my refs here. I've got several different renderings of Mega Delphox open because it has sort of a complicated design. It has like these long black pieces of fur that are like behind its ears that I completely forgot until about 10 minutes before the stream. Not that they're super visible in this particular pose, but there's just a lot going on with Mega Delphox, so just going bit by bit by bit with all my refs, making sure I'm not missing too much. Okay, so the ears are this really intense reddish orange color, and they fade into a purple, but only on the middle piece of the clover. I can't help but I wanted to sail in OSRS. We can set sail on our own boots now, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, nice. Sounds good. Feeling good, by the way. Glad to hear it. Tea made, biscuits eaten, bad teeth. It's British time. It's called UTC despite what it stands for, not abbreviating to UTC in English or French, the two languages spoken by the people who chose to compromise by calling it UTC. Okay, well that does make me feel less dumb, actually. Hi, Flair. Thank you for 64 months of subscription. I super appreciate it. What is this? I have deer to feed. Can I buy this painting? Flair, I mailed him his owl commission and the mega Absol that he bought. Thank you for the link, by the way, Flareon. I will save that for later. I'm definitely gonna buy this. Oh, it's part of the Invisible to Me set. That's why. Okay. I got distracted. Oh yeah, but Flair pretended like deer had eaten the package after it got delivered to him. 64 months, like the Mario game. I lied earlier. It's not universal coordinated time. It's coordinated universal time. Cut. They should call it coordinate. They should call it coordinated universal national time so that it has an even better abbreviation. But that's just my 2 cents. Yeah, Flair says, "Oh, Vap, I forgot. I wasn't like pretending." Wait, did deer actually like get up on the package? What happened? That's how many years in Flareon jail you have. UTC or CUNTC? 3-hour stream is rough on me. For my son, I have my scuba gear that long. My VTuber was I'll have to skip your stream. 3 hours is a long time, because I used to do the 3-hour streams during COVID when I had very little going on, but that last hour I would get really tired. I remember like how tired I felt after the streams. I reckon probably I should have been taking more like actual breaks during. I don't know. It's a lot of time to be on, I guess, is how I'd put it. So herd chef is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm gonna do a really intense, rich color for the ear fluff. I'm using my really big brush so that I can cover a lot of ground very quickly. And each of these like lobes of fur is sort of rounded in its shape, which is very pleasant to look at. And this middle lobe is the one that's going to have the purple tip. So I'm going to leave some of it blank there. Some stressful ass music, damn. I don't even remember this from the game. It's good though. Okay. So there's that part, and then I'm gonna get a thinner brush for more control so that I can do the part that is like more purplish. The more purplish part. So there's the tip of the fur, and then it should run right up into the orange and just let it all mix. And then it has like a triangular like pattern. It's like that. Yeah, there we go. Cool, that looks good. Then I'm just gonna let that sit and dry while I catch up on the chat here. The deer were weirdly curious about the package. That's funny. I wonder if like the paint or something had an interesting smell to it. What's invisible to me, Vap? There was a set of merch that I believe was Japan exclusive called Invisible to Me that featured Pokemon that can disappear. So it had like Kecleon, Dragapult, Vaporeon, like transparent Pokemon. I think Ditto might have been included. But yeah, a lot of the products were like transparent, clear plastic, which is very cute. But I didn't see that they'd made an ice cube tray. I really like that. Bootsacor redeemed a big stretch. Thank you, I will. Mega says WCIFLDUTC. What does that stand for? The only longer stream I did is with 2 former friends and my ex-girlfriend, still friends with her on Stardew Valley multiplayer. That session is why I can't make myself play Stardew Valley solo. I've only ever played Stardew Valley solo. After Flareon kept insisting on sending me to jail for being a fake Flareon, I was thinking of officially naming my Absol Umbral fake Flareon. Fake Umbreon, fake Flareon, let's go. Weirdly coordinated idiot fart loser dinosaur universal time code, yes! Let's go! Why would I go to Flareon jail if I'm not a Flareon? Oh yeah, that's true. They're kind of miscategorizing you if you think about it. Vap Evening Toby for impersonation. I know you're not going to MFF, but I was wondering if there's any merch I should look out for any specific species, Vap, like anything you want. Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Good question. Well, I mean, I've been really into Absol lately. So if you see, it's kind of a stretch, but if you see anything cheap that's Absol, I would love to have something. There's just not a lot of Absol merch in general, which is why I've made several pieces of it. I'm trying to bring some honor back to Absol's name. Okay, let's do the other ear. I hope you have so much fun at MFF though. It looks like it's gonna be a blast. I can't believe Thanksgiving is so soon. This is the music that plays while you're trying not to get your ass absolutely beat by the Rogue Mega Evolutions. It's the most stressful music on Earth. Although it just gets more and more insane the longer it goes on. Some of the music in Legends ZA reminded me very pleasantly of Splatoon music. I thought that was interesting. I need to be careful about his little pauses because he's got one hand up to do a spell. So I think I'm actually just going to switch now to using the smaller brush so I can get some more control. Go down around the edge of the ear, around the edge of the face. Nice, okay. And then, last but not least, the Poiple. Not the Pokemon Poiple, the color Poiple. Isn't there a novel called The Color Purple? Purple? Oh, there is, actually. I think I read it in high school as a signed reading, and it was really sad. It's all coming back to me now. They love to make you read the most depressing stuff on Earth in high school lit. Alright, cool. Now we're just gonna let that dry. It's a really big crime. Absol stinky. Absol got it. Thank you. I get it. Absolutely be. Good one, Fab. Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week and all the rest of my life. Kind of does, actually. Also, I'm back. Welcome back. I like to imagine the streamer in ZA is back. Hi, back. Hi, back. Pokemon Legends VAP. Mew is invisible to me. Speaking of Absol, do you think Vapverse Absol work in the same way as that one post about OSHA mandated Absol for ships. I don't know what post you're talking about, but I'd like to. Wow, they made a Vap pen. Vapenrion. Why'd you say it like that? Like what? They really do. Made me think an Absol OSHA inspector comes to make sure everything's up to code and a bridge collapses caused by the Venomothman. Mothmon? Now I want to think of Pokemon cryptids. Still frustrated with The Road by Cormac McCarthy. It was the one that stood out to me and didn't really earn it. Yeah, that one I think has recently come under a lot more criticism for many things. I have not personally read that, but I've heard a lot of complaining about it. Can't believe they made us read Brave New World in high school. Ocean Man, take me by the hand. Oh, wow. This guy is awesome. Okay, what other parts of this guy are orange? The arms and the torso. But then, like, this part down here is, purple. Thankfully, its tail is not really showing in this shot. There's no room for it, so I don't have to worry about that. I just realized I forgot a chunk of the ear. Where does this theme play in Legend ZA? I do not remember hearing this. Hang on, let me pull this up in here. Is that 29 minutes? Oh, it's battle versus a Kanto legendary. Yeah, okay, that's why it's the Kanto theme in it. Wow. To impersonate Flareons will be burned to a crisp. The only book I remember reading in high school was Esperanta. Did you see the Mega Luxray reveal? I didn't realize I was hip with the kids for being a mild the road hater. A ship is officially mandated Absol aboard, and if it reacts and tries to warn people of something, they just turn back. That's good, that's good. If they'd had it on the Titanic, this never would have happened, you know? My Mega Absol's form is Darkfire. Oh, titanium is super cool. My spine biomechanical hardware stuff is made of titanium. The exploding chamber! Sometimes I wish I could go in the exploding chamber. Do you think that when you explode, that maybe for a second it feels kind of satisfying? Like, obviously after that there's probably like agony and instant death, but like, do you think just for like the first millisecond of exploding, it kind of feels like getting your back cracked? Just a thought I've had sometimes. And there's no way of finding out unless I get exploded, so. Okay, this little pattern comes down over the eyes and then goes all the way down to the snoot. There we go. Looking good. Chamber that makes you explode. Absol hates going out to sea and makes false alarms, then go back home. Gets rewarded with steak for saying up for saving everyone's lives. Exactly, you can't prove that he didn't warn you of anything. I'd rather not find out. A friend would be able to answer this question. Like in real life or the Pokemon mood? You meant in real life. Like on the toilet, says Bootsukai. The exploding chamber messes with your atoms, which causes you to explode. Doesn't that sound like it would feel kind of good, though, to get your atoms, like, crunched? I want to tell you about a quest I did with the release of Sailing in original RuneScape. I think if you explode, it happens too fast for your nerves to know about it. There's those underwater welders who went through instant depressurization and faced the missile. Okay, well that sounds awful, though. That's different. I did a lot of research into horrifying space deaths at one point in my life. You guys are not... You're not understanding. The point here is deaths that look gruesome but actually, like, kind of feel good. That's what we're trying to talk about here. It needs to look like maybe it would be satisfying. Like, okay, here's a good example. You know, they used to do that thing where they'd tear people apart with 4 horses? Like they would tie a horse to each limb and then all the horses would go different directions. For just a second, that would feel like a great stretch. Before then, of course, it's horrible. But for just a second, one of my ideal deaths blown up from the inside out in slow-mo. It's called Current Affairs, not because it unlocks tracking water currents, but because it's vaguely political and very funny. The dolphin incident. Oog. To be fair, the more gnarly and forceful explosion probably happened so fast you don't know. It's not about water currents committing adultery. Those water welders literally exploded. I don't know. That one, for whatever reason, doesn't strike me as feeling like getting your back cracked. How is that grave? What the fuck? Are we talking about medieval torture? We're talking about ways to die that they get a bad rap, but I think they would feel good for a second. People are not made out of putty. Ooh, big stretch! Limbs get ripped off. Exactly. Boulder knows what I'm talking about. The rack probably fixes everyone's back for a second. That's my fourth favorite subject. I'd like to die by exploding or plummeting into my grave at terminal velocity. That's what we should do now to save time and money on burials and caskets. Just create sort of a body firer that just launches the bodies into the grave at such an incredible speed that your body vaporizes and the dirt just covers you up. It's great. They're made of glurt. Best way to die, don't. Let's try these tests. Oddly enough, I'm reminded of Ghostbusters. Don't cross the streams, it'd be bad. Try to imagine all life stopping and every molecule in your body exploding at the speed of light. Total protonic reversal. Imagine burned alive feels very warm and comfy for a second. Okay. I regret bringing this up. We gotta dial it back in. I did get some photos of my mom's marbles. Do you guys remember I was telling you about the Josh Simpson marbles that look like little planets? I took some photos. Here's one of them. You can see that there's like a little like spinning satellite right in the front there, like a little curly-Q shaped, pasta shaped satellite that's actually floating above the surface of the planet. So that one's really cool. And then this one is like a tropical, like shallow water sandy planet. So it has little like pockets of like 3D seagrass. And you can like see the sand all the way down to the bottom. It's got little bubbles in it. She said I can actually borrow some of her marbles sometime. So I wanted to do like a marble stream where I show off the coolest ones. Here's a really classic one with like the deep water and big pockets of blue. Oh, I also asked her for some marble facts because I don't know very many. And she told me a really good one, actually. Acro was apparently like the marble company. And there's a lot of marbles that are called acros. There's acro agates, acro blah, 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 blah. It's a name that comes up a lot with marbles. And I was asking her, because she has a bunch of acros, and she was showing them off to me, and you can tell them they have a very special technique they can use to make acro marbles. And I asked her, she was saying like, oh, well, there are marbles that are contemporary and marbles that are, old or like retro, like collector's marbles. And I asked her, when is the cutoff? Like, how do you know whether a marble is a contemporary marble or an old marble? Because I was thinking there must be like a year that everyone generally agrees of like, oh, maybe in the 50s, right? That's when it switched from one to the other. No, what she said is the actual decided upon cutoff is when the Acro factory exploded and burnt down. That was the moment where everyone was like, okay, everything created after the Acro incident is now contemporary. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this up here. Acro marble fire. Or am I thinking of... Hang on. I gotta find it here. I'm like not finding the information I need here. The word marble is pulling up too much. Yes, the Vitro Agate Marble Factory in Pennsylvania, I think. Vitro Agate Marble Factory in Parkersburg. It's an old dilapidated building. Anyway, we can talk about this more another time, but I was just very satisfied by that answer. Okay, wait. gosh, everyone's talking about dying in horrible ways. Blade says the gist is that a local merchant found a friendly duck to help track water currents on the sea. But the counselor in town, who is not well liked since she's stuffy and takes her job too seriously, isolated a law that forbids any non-humans from holding a job. Oh no, that duck is facing discrimination. If you get swept away from an incredible mass of water in a flash flood, if you think anybody for a moment was like, whee, oh my god, a water slide, oh god, rocks. Exactly. Giles Corey was having a great time when he was getting crushed by rocks in the Salem witch trials, and that's my theory for why he said more weight. Fluffy says you can survive falling at terminal velocity, but it'll powderize most of your bones and forcibly eject all the teeth from your mouth. Oh, cool! Whack. Probably as painful and terrible as you can imagine. Again, maybe it feels good for a second. Get all those pesky teeth out of there. You know those medieval stretching torture chairs? Not a day goes by that I don't yearn for it. Vap's thinking of explosions. I mean experiences that Vap comic can have. With a giant orb in his mouth. Tell your mom our homemade jawbreakers suck. Alright, have a good shower, Riley. I read a well-written but deeply unsettling book about a guy surviving getting eaten by a whale while scuba diving, and that was bonkers and yonkers. Oh wow, how did he get out of there? Moving on from that, trying to convince her that the law is stupid and prevents the duck from doing its work, you get redirected to the mayor. The mayor died recently. The mayor of Cathersby is a goldfish. They've had 25 mayors in the past several years. Exploded. Anyway, when we're all old and have dentures, you can tell the young folks you lost your teeth in a skydiving accident. Katie, when you can tell the difference between a contemporary marble and a retro marble, SB Mom, shut up. Off with a bang. Factories often explode. That's a clear dividing line, I suppose. No one wanted the counselor to become mayor, so they made a fish to block from holding office. It's wild. I wonder if when the factory exploded it felt weirdly comfortable for a second. Yes! You think people who died in the marble factory explosion for a brief moment thought, hey, this feels good. Why are my ads in Russian? I don't know. Side note, if you want to be really good finding out which medieval tortures never existed, this is a good video. Oh, I think I got that one recommended to me. There's one in, I think, Arabic. What is happening? In Soviet Russia, you get VAP breaks from your regularly scheduled commercials, which is my character's reaction to having to ask for the current mayor. Oh, your character looks so sad. It was fiction, I should specify. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Scuba diving is a dream of mine. No thank you to being eaten by much of anything. Whales scare me a bit. I think most whales have really, really, really small throats, so I don't think they actually can swallow you. At least that's my understanding. That their mouths are way bigger than their actual capacity to swallow food, so you maybe could get into its mouth, but then it would just kind of spit you back out. Okay, let's lock in, everybody. I feel like we've gotten a little off topic here today. And you know, I'm gonna take full responsibility for that, because I brought up the whole does exploding feel good thing. Let's paint some Delphox. Delphox has like orange arm, well, the upper arm, like the shoulder and bicep is that same orange color, but then it fades into these blackish purple sleeves. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the shoulder on here. Same thing with this side. But yeah, I'll get more information on the marble factory incident from Mom so that I can plan my marble stream. And she confirmed that fact I told you guys last week, which is that there are certain marble colors and patterns that no one has been able to recreate because the creator went to his grave with the information on how to do it. That is a true fact. So if you see some types of marbles out there, they may never be able to be recreated until someone figures out the new technique. And I gotta say, not a lot of people working on that right now. Okay. So this is orange here. And it fades into purple pretty far down. about here is when it should start fading into purple. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of purple. Now we're just gonna let that dry a little bit before we do the actual big chunk of legs here in the front. What does Twitch know about me that I don't? I am before comic about asked Electrode if it feels good exploding. Well, Electrode is always smiling, so I don't know, I think he's onto something. You know what will try to eat you? Grouper. Grouper is scary. Grouper, I don't even know her. You don't have to know her. I did it. I'm watching in my VR headset. Oh, wow. What is that like? I bet if you're a fire Pokemon, being in an explosion is like a nice spa day. Fish trying to eat you unlocked some fear from Super Mario 3 and Mario 64 memories. Whales are such enigmas. They live deep in the ocean, but they also breathe air. They're the biggest thing in the sea, and they only eat the smallest thing. Aren't they weird? It's wild when people take things to their graves. Why did you crazy bus me? Oh, engine off. Okay, well maybe it's fine then. Nope, it's still there. I thought engine off might mean that it's quiet. What's the deal with whales? This stumbles in, I'm assuming, a stand-up comedian voice for no reason. I would love to watch a stand-up do a whole set that's just what's the deal with whales. That would be incredible. I would love that. It's wild when people take things to their graves. I'm terrible at keeping secrets. I could never. Some of the neat big things like giant squidses. I know how we can learn what's the deal with whales. Offer them airline food. Redeem sad whale facts. No! That was from back when I was reading Moby Dick, right? Do you ever think about how Moby Dick must be like Batman to whales if they knew about him? I love that speedrunning, becoming a Marvel history nerd off camera. Meanwhile, the rest of us are doing stupid normie stuff like finding love and providing for our families. Hey, I'll have you know, I make more money than anyone else in this house. I am providing for my family, which is just me. But I am providing. My mom sent me some marbles to show to you guys. These are acro marbles. And I can't remember, I think she said these are called acro corkscrews. And you can tell because you can see the corkscrew starts here and it comes down and around the marble and then it stops right there. It's a very particular pattern. It's a little hard to see on the camera, but these are all corkscrews. So here's a green one, starts green on the top. The pattern goes down and around to the bottom. Same thing with this one, all the way down and around. I just got those with an arm's reach near my desk, as one does. But yes, I asked her about marbles and she was like, I would be so happy to tell you, and started telling me so many marble things. It's the best asking someone about something they know a lot about. Says you, Fluffy. I've been making dolls. If I found the meaning of life, I'd take it to my grave. Sad whale fact number 1. If you give a whale a strict diet of marbles, they'll think it feels good for a moment before they die. The meaning of life is taking things to your grave. Toby, you're the protagonist. You can do as you wish. It hurts. The bus roll evolves. Gatekeep everything. I'd like whales stand up also. Blade, I think I'm going over with bus rolling Vap. Also Blade, bus rolls Vap. If we work together, I'm sure we can write you a comedy set. That's exactly how watching in VR feels. It sounds like Missing No getting run over by the bus on a gravel road while inhaling the bus's exhaust. Thank you for redeeming Hydrate. I do need water, just like whales. Redeem Sherlock Horse Fact. What is a Sherlock Horse Fact? Vap, I'm moving in. With me? You shouldn't move in with me. I only have enough money for myself. Spend all that money on growing your massive car collection. I think you're gonna say on groceries. I'm like, honestly, kind of true. Only to out-income you. Oh, that'd be nice. Then you could be the breadwinner. Forbidden candy. The meme has evolved past the need for me. It controls itself now. I am but a bussenger, a bus messenger. I cannot disagree. A quarter of my money would go to Vap for art and another third for rent. Well, that sounds awesome. Never mind. You should move in. You know, if I've never asked me about anything at all about all the things I know about. Well, I know you went to Applebee's recently. You could tell me about that. I do new water. Do you think if you got Crazy Bus to run into you, Vap, it would feel good for just a moment? Yeah, I do think that, actually. I could know about marbles. I don't, but I could. I did go to Applebee's. What did you get? Tell us more about your Bapple experience. I need to get a little more purple on here. Finally, the laugh I wanted. It's really like the phrase "bussinger." Fluffy went to Applebee's. Did you get the apple or the bees? Funny enough, he actually did message me specifically to ask me whether he should get the apple or the bees. I said the bees because I think you want to go big or go home if it's your first time. But he said that they were actually out of the bees. So sort of disappointing. But like if they don't have it, they don't have it. You know. No point crying over spilled bees, as they say. So, I mean, he probably got the apple, but we'll see what he says. Okay, so these arms are like a dark purple color, and I am mixing the purple on the palette with a bit of this orangish red that I'm using to get a nice in-between, because I think that'll just look good. The paws are also this blackish purple, but I'm just gonna wait to do that. I love this part of the song. Bringing that pan flute or whatever that is. I don't know what that is, but I love it. Yeah, honk on that thing. So good. Alright, time for the other arm. Switch to a smaller brush here. This purple to like come down and wrap around the flame and then basically disappear behind everything. Nice. And then I need a really small brush to do the lines in between its claws. I couldn't really find a super clear image showing whether it has like pointy claws or not, so I'm just going to assume that it does because that's what I wanted to draw. I thought it would look cool. Okay, let's see. Appetizers were half off. Order the bees, but they were out. Vap, go big. Apples are bigger than bees. Oh, not the bees I'm eating. Go big. I was rather disappointed. I said for him to get the bees because I knew he's deathly allergic to bees and I hate him. Not the bees. They didn't have pickle fries either. Criminal. Why is it called a breadwinner? Do you have to win a game of Monopoly whenever you wanted a sandwich? I think that term just means like you are the person who makes enough income to buy bread. Of course they didn't. It's Applebee's, not apple pickle fries bees. Oh, but it should be. It's not in the name, but there was a poster on the wall about them. What is a pickle fry? Honk on that thing. Pardon me for assuming the advertisements mean anything. I said this to Vap earlier, but have some good art advice. It's true, the circles mess everything up. She apple on my bees till I pickle fries. Christ. A pickle... a fried pickle spear, perchance. A slice of pickle, which has been battered and fried. Breaded and fried. What kind of apple did they have there, Fluffy? Similar to an onion ring or a tempura, but it's a pickle. I will say, pickle fries are incredible. You will burn your mouth like you didn't believe was possible if you're not careful. It'll be the worst burn of your life if you just chomp into one of those things. And my advice to you is don't. Wait until they look like they would be freezing cold to eat, and then they will still be too hot and you can safely take a bite. Because, like, the pickle is so juicy that all of the interior, like the wetness of the pickle gets, like, boiling lava hot, and it doesn't cool down right away because it's a very thick object to fry. You'll get messed up. So definitely get pickle fries if you ever have the chance, but my god, be patient. It'll be like a nuke in your mouth if you don't. Okay, there's some shading on that. It's not bad enough, I can make it worse. Thought about asking if they had Golden Delicious, but I didn't want to seem high maintenance. You know how it is. She owned my Charlie until I forget what the fuck I could owe Charlie's for. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. So I always heard the phrase, you get what you get and you don't get upset, but Clay heard the other one. Speaking of big reminder, there's an Aisha mascot suit. That's the Aisha mascot suit's name. Oh yes, the big plush suit that they wear. Hi, Batcat. The Jiltan says meow. Don't eat hot pickle. You're a thick object, Fap. Thank you. Fried zucchini is a similar issue. Pickle fries are edible grenades. Thick objects. Thickles. Some things are too wet to safely fry. Pickle fries really are like that. Apple bottom bees. The boots with the bees. I tried fried pickles for the first time recently, and they are amazing. They're really good. I've been getting so pickle pilled lately. You're making me want fried mushrooms really bad. Y'all ever had fried green tomatoes? Fried green tomatoes are S tier. You've got to get your hands on some fried green tomatoes. I don't even really like tomatoes, but that's different from fried green tomatoes. Totally different animal. Yes, there is a movie about that, and it is based off a book by the same name. Fried green tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. Yeah, they're delicious. Highly recommend. Alright, I want next to work on all the non-spiky parts of the purple gown. Down at the bottom there's a whole bunch of spikes that stick up. We will get to those, but not immediately. I want fried pickles so bad. I don't even think I have anything to, like, I was gonna say I don't have anything to eat for dinner tonight. That's not true. I haven't decided what I'm going to cook for dinner tonight. That's very different from not having anything to eat. I made a huge meatloaf the other day, and then Clay and I just destroyed that thing, and there's absolutely no meatloaf left. And I'm kind of wishing I had eaten a little slower, because I'd really like to have some meatloaf left. Now there's probably something in the freezer I can pull out to cook up. You like meatloaf? I'm a meatloaf enjoyer. I don't think I've ever had a meatloaf that I didn't think was at least decent. Maybe I've been lucky in that regard. I feel like meatloaf has a reputation as being like a food that can be bad, but... Oh, I'm getting raided by a party of 12. Hello everybody, welcome. Hi Clefty Soul and friends. We were just talking about meatloaf. Well, I was talking about meatloaf. I don't know what the chat is talking about. I was hoping I could get a conversation about meatloaf going, is I guess what I'm trying to say here. I hope you are well tonight. How did your stream go? Thank you so much for the raid. I'm working on a Mega Delphox watercolor because the Mega Absol watercolor I did was a hit. And I asked people on my social media what I should do next for Megas, and I got a bunch of votes for Mega Meganium, which I think I'm going to do next because that was the runner-up. But the winner by far was Mega Delphox, and I love the colors on Mega Delphox. I'm happy as a clam right now. I'm a big fan of peachy oranges and pinks and yellows and golds. It's my favorite, so I'm where I want to be right now. I'm not going to be able to catch up on the chat for a few minutes though, so if you have to go, I completely understand. Thank you so much for the raid. Just caught me right in the middle of a big layer of paint here. Oh yeah, time for the saxophone solo. No, it's not really a solo, but you know. Okay, so now each of these spikes kind of trails off in the opposite direction. But I've got to make sure that last little tip of white fur doesn't get accidentally covered up. Very important. Anyone in the chat played Baldur's Gate before? I want to yap about it, but if no one has played, then the information I say is not going to be very interesting to anybody. Which is not uncommon, but I try to avoid it if I can. Alright, here's the last bit of fur that's going this way. Clay and I just had a playing Baldur's Gate together date last night. That's really hard to say. And we just really got our asses handed to us in a particular fight. Okay, I'm gonna lighten up this curve here because that leg is sort of forward. Okay, now I will catch up on the chat. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind. Let's see. You get what you get, and that's what you get. Fried green tomatoes rule. Quite fond of the Whistle Stop Cafe book. Veggies are so good and breaded and fried. I could get some out tomorrow. Obtaining rare foraged fruits from my crush incident, and the bee charming bit was like, lesbians have always been like this. You won't have anything to eat once I'm finished eating all this cheese. The problem with your clearly inferior preschool rhyme is that get does not rhyme with upset as opposed to fit. Fit? You think fit rhymes with upset? Set and fit? That's a slant rhyme at best, sir. Get and upset rhyme perfectly. Clearly wrong and I've never been right. Got distracted, but I'm wondering if fried grapes have been attempted. I feel like they would just explode. All that pass in her fridge is cheese. Hello, Kate the Sleepy Bunny. How are you? Thought you said beetloaf. I like meatloaf. Didn't grow up eating it at home. Is this the Mega Delphox? Yes, it is. Not for long. Not my favorite, but still good. Meatloaf is yummy. I don't like meatloaf. My mom loves it. I have no idea what meatloaf is. Maybe it's an American thing. I've only had restaurant meatloaf, which is pretty good. Satisfying, but I feel uncouth somehow when I have it. It definitely has associations in the US with being a, poverty food, because it basically was invented to fill a need, because you use it to use up leftover cheap meat and stale bread, So I think it has that association for a lot of people, but it's delicious. Clef says, I feel like not working and ended early for once in my life. Oh, good. But I wanna. Unsophisticated food. This looks sick, by the way. Thank you. Microwave dinner meatloafs, but that's microwave dinner. Really cooked at the Callus starter megas. I love them. All dinner is microwave dinner. Talks about meatloaf doesn't get engagement. Talks about most pleasurable death gets nothing but engagement. Sorry, I gave you raid spoilers. Are you about to tell me you guys have cooked a meal like they do in movies? Meatloaf on paper does not sound like it would work, but thank the heavens it does. True. I'm going. See you, says Clef. See you later. Thank you for the raid. I didn't know what to cook, so I tossed some spices and cheese on corn and called it dinner. Why are you eating meatloaf on paper? Not a lot of innovation in the meatloaf game. Needed a plate for that. I have a really good meatloaf recipe that's from Vermont, and it's like a family meatloaf. Not my family, but a family's meatloaf recipe, and it actually is very innovative. I can share it with you in the Discord. It's delicious. You need a plate for that. Flair, that's called Corn Delight, the best meal ever, a paper plate. Corn Delight is the true cure for depression. For meatloaf? Baldur's State. I don't video games largely, but I know that game as a white-haired vampire man that everyone on my Tumblr dash wants to activities upon. I do not care about that character at all. He has just been rotting in our camp since we got him. Chat, in your opinion, what is the baldest state? The Vampire Twink. Sweet Balder, Vank, New Hampshire. Anyone here play Baldur's Gate before? If not, this won't be too particularly interesting to hear. I'm trying to talk about boring stuff. Anyway, my mom collects marbles. Excuse you, my mom's marble facts are fascinating. Breaking news, Twitch hides the word twink as a hostile language. Thank you for your contribution. Fried grapes? Milk. Fap didn't like it when I said slant rhyme is better than a true rhyme. Meatloaf's a lot of meat. Do you think the grapes would be feeling pretty good, even if just for a moment? In Spanish, they call it meat cake. Good for them. Pastel de carne. I'd like to mention that Boulder Dash shouted into my DMs about this painting, so I think he likes it. Hi, Notepad. Was it this painting or the mouse painting that I did? Did you know if you microwave 2 grapes, it could burn your house down? Do they explode? Just 1 grape, cut it in half. It does look sick, it's true. Many things you can microwave which generate hot plasma, like grapes and warm plasma. Twinkies. That's the funniest way to treat the vampire boy. Marbles. Okay, so the word twink gets auto-modded, but not Twinkie. Interesting. Whatever you say, auto-mod. Okay, I'm trying to find if Mega Delphox's hands... Okay, its hands and its feet actually are a different color than its arms. They're a darker purple, so I'm gonna do like a blackish purple for that. It's a pretty small difference, but I think it will help make the hands stand out from its arms while he's doing this little action. Okay, I think the way I'm going to do this is first I'm going to do the really dark part of like the palm here. And let that dry, and then the light part of like the knuckles, which is upraised, I'm going to do in a lighter shade. He's got like 2 claws down and then 1 sort of upraised but like curled, like he's pointing at the viewer to cast some kind of a terrible hex. I'm coping and seething because I don't have Delphoxite or whatever it's called yet. I'm waiting until they make it a cheaper reward in the competitive thing. I did it exactly 1 time so I could get the Greninja-ite, because they made that like extremely trivial to get. You could literally get it in like 1 match. But frankly, I really did not enjoy my experience playing the competitive multiplayer, so I did it just enough to get Greninja, and then I left, and I'm gonna do the same thing again for Delphoxite, because my god, it sucked so bad. Asterian important image. Oh my god! You're right, though! You're right, these characters is the same. You're so right. It was this painting. You may not know this, but Notepad's favorite Pokemon is the Delphox line. Oh, that's why. That's awesome. Twinkle, whatever you say, automod. Nothing else gets automodded. Twinkers. Asterian's overrated. Karlach, on the other hand. Karlach is based. Keep saying the Delphox line is my favorite. Do not believe this scoundrel. I have grown to like them nowadays. They're good. Danny Shy, it's okay. You're among friends. Gale's pretty cool, even though I hated him at the beginning. Gale he has a very obnoxious attitude, but, He's extremely useful as a caster, and his attitude eventually sort of burns off as he embraces his terrible fate. And I like his purple clothes. That's why I'm not afraid to punt you. Note, what is your favorite Pokemon? Alolan Vulpix. I love that snowy boy. That's a good choice. Fox is good. I should also do the feet, because the feet are the same blackish purple color. And the toes are just sort of clambering onto the branch there. We won't worry about how that's even possible. That's none of my business. Oh, and then it has these ear thingies, these purple ear thingies. I'm sure that's what they're called. That's what Game Freak would want me to call them, for sure, for sure, for sure. So these come out from behind the normal ear fluffs. Great tune. Alright, there's one. It has on the other side too, but we'll get around to that. A mongoose weasel. I don't think it is. Oh, this is so fun to paint. I'm really loving this. It's funny how, like, you can be good at certain things without enjoying them. Like, I've definitely known people who are very good at math and have, like, no interest in math. And I think certain colors are like that for me. Where, like, I'm decent enough at painting with it, but I don't enjoy the process. And this one's, like, the opposite of that. I don't even care how good it comes out. I just love painting with these colors. It just feels good. Okay. There we go. He's got his little ear thingies. Delphox is based? Yeah, I agree. Wow. Okay. What will we do next? I'm gonna zoom in really close on this render to see what color its eyes are. Okay, they're basically the same bright red-orange as every other part of the creature. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Smaller brush would be really useful right about now. I think I'm gonna switch to smaller brush. And then these will have a black outline to them, but I'm going to do that later in the process. Do you know your brush costs $4? Yes. Well, I know that now. I didn't know that before. No one told me. And clearly I'm not responsible for knowing that. That must be someone else's fault. For anyone who missed that particular stream, I have been using a very old and battered brush for a very long time because I thought replacing it would be really expensive, and no, it was extremely trivially cheap. It was in fact $4, and I had absolutely no reason to be using the battered version for that long. But you know, you don't know what you don't know, you know? You can be ignorant of being ignorant. It's very challenging to overcome, because you don't even know that you don't know. Another sick-ass song. Time to switch again to a smaller brush. I need to get some more purple on the palette too. It's been raining so much here lately. We finally got a break in the rain today, and I didn't even make it outside. I've just been walking in the rain lately, which has been pretty funny. Because it always ends up getting all over my glasses, so by the end of the walk I just can barely see what I'm doing. I guess I can still go for a walk after stream if I want to. Now this is a song that I'm sick of. This song plays during the Battle Royale in the game. And I've done a lot of Battle Royale in the game, and it only ever plays this song. It'd be really nice if they could let you set a different song for the Battle Royale. You have to win 500 battles to get the shiny charm. And I'm thinking about doing it, but it's looking less and less likely as time goes by. But, yeah, I'm halfway there. I have 500 out of 1,000 battles, and, the song is genuinely a big part of why I don't want to continue doing it. I just don't want to hear this song that many more times. I guess I could just turn the music off entirely and just listen to something else, but... Alright, let that dry for a little bit. Okay. Batcat says, I'm good at math, but I gave up when I started getting problems with just words like tan and cosine. What kind of brush is this? Is only to Atara. It is a R&L, which stands for Royal and Langnickel Mini Majestic Brush, sized 0. What if you accidentally got some Masterwork version and they suck now? Who can tell? A Californian in the rain. I know, it's amazing. Would an umbrella fix that, or is the angle wrong? I just don't like walking with an umbrella because my arm gets uncomfy after a while. That's a really irritating Californian sentence, but that's how I feel. My friend recommended me a movie where this guy's son gets kidnapped, needs to rescue him, and his only help is a disabled woman. All the rain for this century has been happening this week. Blade says, alright, I didn't want to do this, but I gotta sleep, losing focus very fast. Have a sweet one, Vap and Vap chat. Alright, sleep tight, Blade. Have a cozy sleep and good dreams. Sweet well, Blad. Rest well, Blade. Thanks for the translation, Toby. I need a departure quote for stream here. Like, eat shit, gamers, or stay soggy, night night. Stay crazy, bus. It really is that one track the whole way. It is. It's such a shame. Like, the track is fine. I have no issue with the track in a vacuum, but my goodness, the looping is just... Ugh. My heart. It's too much. It reminds me of in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. After you beat the game, your Rotom gets stuck in this, like, your Rotom Pokedex rather gets stuck in this weird loop where, like, it keeps bringing up the same topics over and over, and the trigger for it starting like a sentence is like very trivial. So it just kind of loops the same random shit at you over and over and over and over. It's crazy. Let's see, you have to win 4,000 battles for a new song. I wish to battle you in a private match. Oh god, I'd get my ass kicked. Fap, you could turn the stream off entirely and listen to whatever you want. Ooh, can't lie, I would have liked to hear more variety in the soundtrack. What about an umbrella hat? Oh no, now you're cooking. That's something. Very, very happy for Insane in the Rain to be part of the music team, though. That's sick as heck. Really? Did that happen? Chat, we should pool our funds and get Vap an umbrella hat. Fuck my life. The movie is Finding Nemo. Okay, I was waiting for the punchline to come through on that. Oh, that's funny. That's good. I was like, I don't know where he's going with this, but eventually he'll clarify. Thankfully, Finding Nemo is a good movie. I think I overall have very few objections to the OST for Legend ZA, and that is because I love jazz, so it's pretty much just a all jazz all the time soundtrack, and I'm into it. Okay, doing a little bit of shading on the white part of the fur. Can you tell which part of that song is my favorite part? I'll give you a hint. It's where they go. It's not a very good hint, is it? Just kind of gave the whole thing away. Alright, and then we'll lighten up the edges here. Looking good. Very dramatic. What's Finding Nemo, Flair? Finding Nemo's alright, but have you seen Finding Jesus? God, I forgot that Vap emote you made was based off of that. Did you know fish cannot blink? Because you can see the fish blinking as they say it. A few objections to Finding Nemo. No, you can't, Vap. I had a vivid dream again last night. I dreamt that a new Ben 10 alien figure was released, and it was a crab-a-roomba mix. Do you think you had that because of that conversation we had the other week about BattleBots? Your brain was just still on the BattleBots. Can I have another hint? Don't call Karumba stupid. Are we talking about dreams? I had a dream recently where characters from me and a friend's comics got fired from a maid cafe together. What'd you get fired for? Third best alien and Benjamin Tenjamin. How'd you know its name? Certain art to describing movies in a very bad way. Don't you hate it when you're wearing like thick pants and you're trying to scratch yourself through the thick pants and you can't do it because they're too thick? That's happening to me right now. I'm trying to scratch my thigh, but the pants are not allowing me and I'm so itchy. Just kind of like punching my leg a little bit, hoping that'll do the trick. It sort of is. Just thick pant problems. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna put a little bit of like a darker coat right here and right there to show that its face is like turned down. That looks cool. Can you guys even hear the music? I can like barely hear it right now. Oops, sorry, I didn't realize everything was all crooked. There we go. I forgot about BattleBots the moment the stream went offline. Man, is a radical career change after texting and driving. There were not people well suited to working in a maid cafe. Some rowdy gals. The movie is Doctor Strange. I hate thick pants, Vap, take them off. Okay, I will not make that joke. Siri, don't send thick pant girl problems to you. Random memory from this chat was stirred. I recently heard someone refer to a character in a game as their meow meow, and I remember it said here once, what does it mean? Your meow meow means like, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of with Toby on this one. This one's a bit much to explain. Okay. If a character is like your little meow meow, it's like, it's sort of a tongue-in-cheek way to refer to a certain genre of usually female fans who sort of infantilize a character who's usually like a bad guy character. They sort of infantilize him and characterize him as being sort of pathetic and needing to be loved. It would be like a character like Hannibal Lecter, right? A character who objectively is not a sweet little meow meow. But if you think of him that way, he's your meow meow. Does that make sense? It's like when people try to find redeeming qualities in terrible characters. And then if someone is your pathetic little meow meow, that's like another level of like, they're just completely babyified. Is this helping? Oh man. It's usually applied in a pretty tongue-in-cheek way, so the person applying it says it in a way that is like, I know that this character is not a meow meow, but I think it's funny to call them my meow meow. Toby, would you agree with this assessment of meow meow? I was there. Mecca, we don't have time to unpack poor little meow meow, but I'll try. Let me get the whiteboard. Fluffy Bombs is the dream warrior. Good luck, Toby, you're a hero. I can barely hear the music is the absolute norm to me for your stream. If only there was a way to make sure the audience could hear it, but the music would go quieter while you walk. I'm assuming you mean talk, and I'm assuming you mean audio ducking. Shyla, thank you for redeeming Hydrate. I was literally just wondering where you were. Thank you, I will. I mean, I'm not going to drink the paint water, but I will get hydrated. Preferably involving waterfowl boulder, related to sad, wet cat or blorba, but definitely a villain flavor. Fern is a meow meow. That's amazing to learn. Kylo Ren and all the people repackaging fanfic about him as romance novels. Yes, Kylo Ren is a meow meow. That's a great example. Thank you. My sweet meow meow. My love Shockwave. He may have committed a genocide or two, but he's still worthy of love. Yes, exactly. A character who's done terrible, unforgivable things that you still write like cringy loving fanfic about as a meow meow. Less related to a glup shitto but can overlap. I'm dying, we're all dying. I've been here-ish, kind of busy at the moment. Understandable. Snape wives are perhaps the best example, or your example of a poor little meow meow culture. I'm often here in the shadows lurking. Wow. You're like Batman. I put the stream on the side. Why am I hearing so many meow meows? This topic is worse than interesting deaths. Can we go back to that? After I stretch, yes. Ooh, no, we shouldn't go back to that topic. Yeah, so a blorbo, my understanding is that a blorbo is similar to a Meow Meow, but a Blorbo is a character that you just think is neat, and you kind of have a unjustified obsession with, of just like, it's my Blorbo from my shows. Like, this character just kind of gives me dopamine, and I absorb them uncritically. I'm trying to think of a good example of a Blorbo. A Blorbo example. Blorbos are not usually these, like, villainous, sopping wet, pathetic characters. A Blorbo is just something you think is cool. Like, I'm probably someone's Blorbo. Someone out there is probably watching the stream right now and thinking, there she is, my Blorbo. Oh, wow, I never thought about being someone's Blorbo before. That actually rules. Germa is someone's Blorbo. Germa is a much better example than me. Germa is a lot of people's Blorbo. You just like him in an uncomplicated way. It's just a weird little guy that you can't miss his show, you know? Alright, there's the earses. Comic Vap is a Meow Meow. She burnt a Burger King to the ground to make think she's cute. Like Batman, but creepier and with more alive parents, maybe. I see, we all have a Meow Meow out there somewhere. I know exactly the character in Final Fantasy XIV that has this fan title. We do all have a Meow Meow out there, it's true. Blorbo is a very neutral term for liking a character that isn't necessarily that critical to the main story. Yeah, I challenge you to an evolution-only battle Vap. Oh god. All I have is a good Glaceon. I'm afraid there's too many meows. They've taken over your language. The painting looks amazing, by the way. I really like this one. Thank you, Chileth. I'm very happy with how it's coming out. What language is that note? Choose wisely. That's a bold assertion. Use an Absol in the battle. You're my little Blorbo. Aw, thanks. That might be the wildest thing you've ever said. My first example mentally of Blorbo from my shows is, Palamades from the Locked Tomb books, but I'm realizing it doesn't scan outside of Locked Tomb readers. That is a good example of a Blorbo, though, because no one else knows what you're talking about. Still weirdly struck that Germa is 45 years old. How would you feel if you were someone's Meow Meow? I would wonder why people had thought of me as being villainous. Germa's Blorbified. He what? How old am I then? What's the opposite of a glorious? My friends have been calling them anti-Blorbos. I've been someone's Meow Meow and didn't care for it. That's why I don't date anymore. What year is this? Tell me that's valid. I mean, I'm sorry for your loss, but understandable. It's cool. I'm aromantic. Every time I read aromantic, my brain is like, aromatic. That's the word that you're looking at, and it's not. It's like, lock in, man. It's not aromatic. Toby is not bragging about their wonderful scent. Unless... Okay, let's do the black and purple eyeliner. It's time for Delphox to look so fancy. Go one. And a two. Nice. Palamades. Palamades jokes. Toby probably has a wonderful scent. Did it correct Blorbo to glorious? Yeah, I was wondering what you were talking about. What is the opposite of a blorbo? My friends have been calling them anti-blorbos. What is the opposite of a blorbo? I guess it's just a character you don't care about. But that's not like anything, is it? You're right. You're so right. It being confusing out of context makes the perfect blorbo example. A Meow Meow has to be evil. What if they're good? A Ruff Ruff? Yeah, I think they're supposed to either be like a very complex character. Like the point of a Meow Meow is sort of that like the thing you're doing is I don't want to say bad because like it's not like a bad thing to do, but it's like by making something your Meow Meow, you are acknowledging that you are stripping down all of the complexity and challenging morality and just kind of flattening a character into just being your pathetic little Meow Meow, you know? So like they don't have to be a villain with a capital V, but they should at least be something that like is questionable to infantilize. Like SpongeBob wouldn't be your Meow Meow, right? Because he's already kind of an infantilized character. He's like a young, youthful, cute character. Squidward, on the other hand, could be your Meow Meow. I think you see what I'm saying here. And Patrick is Blorbo for sure. If you really like Patrick specifically, he's Blorbo from your shows. I finally figured out the right way to explain this. I think that's literally it right there. I think I've done it. I think I've made the perfect comparison. I think we can end the stream now forever, guys. I could be. I went to Lush last weekend. I got fancy soap. So you are aromatic. If you're good, you can't like them. A Blorbo or your little guy. Maybe a Glubshido. Using eyeliner to line the eyes. Peak artistry. I see. There's so many rules. If they're really going through it, they can be a sad, wet cat. Fab's dropping a whole makeup tutorial on stream and you're missing it. I'm really going through it. This is fluffy. Do they have to be evil to be a sad, wet cat? I have the reverse of that aromantic mental misread. They don't have to be evil to be a sad, wet cat. We stand aromantic candles. The opposite of a Blorbo is a Blungus, the character you hate and want bad things to happen to. Oh, okay, an anti-Blorbo. I don't know if there's a Tumblr... How do you pronounce this word? Neologism? Neologism? I like to call him my beloved. He's a Blorbo for sure. I'm a young, youthful, cute character. Zubat is a Meow Meow. He could. Patrick from your shows. Vap's not wrong. Katie, let's divide up the chat. Who in the chat is your Blorbo? Who's your Meow Meow? I don't think we have... Well, okay. Boulder, I think you enjoy antagonizing people sometimes, so I think if anyone could be argued, it's not an attack, but if anyone could be argued to be a Meow Meow, it might be you. I don't think there's anyone in here who fully classifies as a Meow Meow, because I think everyone in here is pretty darn nice, but if I had to pick one, it would be Boulder. It would be maybe like a Squeak Squeak, though, not a Meow Meow. It feels a little offensive to call you a Meow Meow because of the, you know, the whole mouse thing. Toby can't be Blorbo because of his main character status. That really complicates things. This is a challenging question. I'm gonna have to give this some thought. I think Stumbles has Blorbo possibility. Like, I could imagine Stumbles being like a sort of amusing background character who occasionally chimes in about strange food preferences, and like, for some people, Stumbles is their Blorbo. That's it. I don't know. Much to consider, honestly. Boulder, are you trying to start a war? What happened to the music? I will crank it up. I think it's just really quiet right now. Boulder's always trying to start a war. Boulder, this is not a conversation we need. That one character, Kiwi, you know, the one that's psycho. Maybe. Can't believe being outmoused and antagonized by Boulder at this moment. I fully accept my meow meow status. The one who keeps putting me in jail. I am Blorbo. I already meet grape for you, fluffy boy. Flare, how is jail? Should I change my name to Blorbo? I've seen people refer to main characters as Blorbos. The Wi-Fi is surprisingly fast. Based, my ads are in English. A Glup Shido is replaced it somewhat in the minor character no one remembers category. Yeah, so Glup Shido is, for everyone's context here, I believe the joke originated making fun of Star Wars fans who recognize, you know, some random ass alien background character in the latest Star Wars trailer. And the name Glup Shido is supposed to be making fun of the naming conventions that they use for Star Wars characters. So it's a little bit like making fun of like the excitement of Star Wars fans being like, oh my god, did you see Glup Shido is back in the latest thing? It's like, no one cares about Glup Shido. But I think the meaning has evolved past that as time has gone on. We sometimes play a Star Wars TTRPG here called Edge of the Empire with Whimsicott, our roommate. And if I can't think of a character name, Glup Shido is the go-to. It just sounds right. It's exactly what an alien would be called in Star Wars. Sometimes you gotta stop and appreciate the simple things. The music for a second sounded like it was playing from a phone. Weird. I don't know how neologism is pronounced. I think I've only seen it written before. That's fair, Toby. Plow Koon is a Glup Shido. Yes, he is! As is Kit Fisto. I can't believe Star Wars is the only media I thought Glup Shido was from Marvel. Makes so much more sense coming from Star Wars. Yeah, no, Plow Koon is the perfect example of a Glup Shido. Even the name, Plow Koon, sounds fake and dumb. Man, I really gotta replace this paper towel that I've got my brushes on. It is like dripping wet. I'm just gonna move that out of the way. I don't need that. Use this slightly drier paper towel here. There we go. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Give the nose a little bit of outlining. There we go. Toby says, Edge of the Empire, Edge of Tomorrow, Toga Tomorrow. You're so right, Toby. Thank you for, you know what? Thank you for speaking truth to power. I'm glad someone finally said it. Edge of the Empire is a pretty fun tabletop game, and boy, the rules are just so confusing. I've had a great time playing it, and we've been playing it for a while, and I still don't really remember how it works. Pretty much every time we sit down to play, I'm like, okay, wait, how does this work? We have to like open the book again. But, I mean, I wouldn't really have it any other way. Like, that's how a Star Wars tabletop game should be. It should be full of esoteric, pointless details. It's only right. Okay, darken up the stabs a little bit. And I'm gonna put shading on the eyes. I need eeps, says Flair. In a D&D campaign I was part of years ago, we had a running joke where whatever tavern we were in, the band's name was called Metro PCS. That's because whenever music was being pulled up to play on YouTube, it would always start with a Metro PCS ad before it played. The music was always the Cantina music from Star Wars. That's a really good bit. You guys ever think about how Togedemaru could have been the fourth evolution in the Togepi line, but instead it's unrelated ball guy? I do like the idea of Togetic turning into Togekiss, like finally turning into like an angel form, like a bird angel, and then going back down to being a little ball. I didn't put too much garlic on that corn. So glad to finally get recognition in my time. What's the anti-meow meow? I don't know if there is one. Why do you only have a good Glaceon? I don't know, that's the one I got. I was out looking for alpha Pokemon, and the one that showed up was Glaceon, and it had good stats. There's no known quantity of garlic, which is too much for corn. You're telling me a garlic twist bread tasted more like garlic than corn? Is that bad? You ever bitten raw garlic? I'm realizing now quoting this bit from Drawfee back and forth is in fact a meme localized to my D&D friend group and not universally known. Oh man, I've heard Drawfee is good. I haven't watched. It doesn't taste good whenever I can. 10% of my diet to accept my challenge. I don't think I have enough evolutions to accept your challenge. It would just be me and my Glaceon. I'll see if I can scrape together a couple more evolutions, and maybe someday I can accept your challenge. If garlic wasn't such a pain to shuck, I'd eat cloves of garlic on the regular. Thank you. I hate shucking garlic. It's so annoying. Is Scrappy-Doo from the live-action Scooby-Doo someone's meow meow? Oh, definitely. You can buy tubs of peeled garlic, how restaurants do. That's what becoming an old person is like. You know I can't buy anything. I don't have a job, Mrs. Fluffy. You chose the Pokemon then for the challenge. Ooh, okay. I will ponder this. I haven't Drawfeed in a while, but they've got a lot of good stuff. It would be fun to do one where none of the Pokemon can Mega Evolve. The best I could suggest is convince someone to buy it for you. Or we could do like classic old school rules where you can only Mega Evolve one Pokemon on the team. That would be funny. Because then you could like fake the other person out with like putting in a bunch of Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, but you don't know which one it's gonna be. That would be fun. Haven't Drawfeed in a while, but they've got a lot of good stuff. Best I could suggest is convince someone to buy it for you. Cough, Katie, cough. Yeah, I'll just send Fluffy a tub of garlic in the mail. Good night, chat, says Flare. Sleep tight, Flare. All the Pokemon I catch and put onto my team can Mega Evolve. I'm not even trying. They just give almost everything a Mega. Oh, are you playing ZA? They put a lot of Pokemon in the game specifically that can Mega Evolve. Gaslight Svap and all Pokemon have Mega Stones. No! Okay, I'm gonna work a little bit on this stick here. Get a little more of this purplish brown. Whoa, that's too much. Lighten that up a little bit with some water. There we go. And now, go in here, clean this all up. Poor SB mom had to have a root canal yesterday. She like texted me yesterday evening and was like, did you do anything fun and expensive today? And I was like, I don't know what we're talking about right now. And I was like, no, did you? She's like, yeah, I had a surprise root canal. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. She's doing better now, but man, the phrase surprise root canal is not one you ever want to have to consider in your life. Thankfully we know a very good dentist, but yikes. Gaslight's, I already read that. Redeemed by Fluffy Bums, a 10-pound tub of garlic. That's a lot of garlic. By Fluffy Bums, a 50-pound tub of mashed potatoes to mix the peeled garlic in so he can bathe in it all. Do you have an Elgato app? I do. I have an Elgato from Boulder. It's great. You say the new game lets you Mega Evolve multiple times in a battle? Oh, yes. And trust me, you need it. When I first heard that, I was like, that's way too much. Listen, I won't say the game is like super hard, but there are some tough battles where you will Mega Evolve everything you have and still lose, and that's really humbling. I didn't pick like the most optimal Pokemon, but if you're just kind of running like a normal team, there's definitely some fights where you're like, wow, I did my best, and it didn't matter. I think Mega Mawile, the Rogue Mega Evolution Mawile, might have been my most challenging encounter in that game. She ruined my life. Yeah, overall the battling in ZA is a lot like snappier. Things just happen a lot faster. Your Pokemon go up and down a lot faster. You're not going to be going through the menus like looking for items very often. It's just like a very fast-paced battle system. So, and yeah, it's pretty darn funny to be like, oh, Mega Evolve my partner to get me out of this tight spot, and you Mega Evolve them, it shows the animation, and then they faint like 4 seconds later, and you're like, oh, cool. I'll go fuck myself. Very humbling and schmumbling. It's 10 pounds, in fact. I'd eat 10 pounds of garlic. That's 4.5 kilos. Never happened to me. Would you bathe in 50 pounds of mashed potatoes? I would do some research first to ensure I don't cause medical distress to my body, but assuming it was safe, I would eat 10 pounds of garlic. I don't think there's anything you can eat 10 pounds of that your body's gonna be like, yeah, I love it. Like, 10 pounds is a huge amount of food. That's so much food. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I'm probably gonna wrap up for the evening. It looks like Senti is streaming art right now. Oh, cute. I think they're drawing the Mega Bonk Fox, or at least a fox if it's not the Mega Bonk Fox. That's really cute. Let's send it right over to Senti. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. I will probably finish this either on the weekend or next week on stream. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Yeah. That's it. Don't forget to eat shit, gamers. Stay soggy, etc., etc., etc. Don't eat 10 pounds of garlic. It would be one of those ways to die where it feels good for a second and then it really doesn't feel good. Bye, everybody. Thank you for your time. Mwah. Yes, Wednesday stream, probably stream Friday. I will update you in the Discord. Goodbye.